Right, welcome back. Part 2 of the chicken korma and garlic and butter naan, mate, with traditional rice and onion fucking bhaji and a mint and garlic dip. Don't forget that. Banging it in now. Right, okay, so we've got a major job to do now. We've got to make the actual bhaji mix. That's what we've got to do. That is the plan. Stand, game, set, match. That's the bowl. That is the bowl. That is a bowl of glory. That's what that is. So anyway, so it's about back to 3 in the afternoon, yeah, 3 o'clock. It's all very peaceful. I've got the washing on. I've got the Indian music going. So it's time we put the bowl over there. We don't need it right now. Yeah, so I'm quite excited about tonight because this is roughly when this corn was going to be kicking off. I can't do it live obviously because I've only got 36 subscribers. I say only, hang on, I say only 36 subscribers. I'm very grateful for all them subscribers. So I've gained a couple, quite pleased about that. Even got a comment to, I can't remember his name, but the last video I've done, he asked me how I made the recipe, like what ingredients, and just watch the videos and I'll show you. That's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? It's peasy. Right, onion. Now I'm going to put some red onion in mine for a little bit of colour and just to see, because I've made onion bhajis a few times before, so I know what I've done wrong. I've got my oil temperature wrong. I reckon it's about 4 weeks ago I made some chicken scallions, and I didn't, and that's basically very thin chicken breast coated in breadcrumbs and parsley and wrapped in oil and done. And I had this oil pan on a 4 and they came out amazing. So I think about 4 for this pan, this oil pan here, is probably about right, I'm hoping, but we'll see. So let's start as we mean to go on and do these onions, he says. I'm just not happy with that outer peel there. I want to get rid of that. There's a little skin on that. But, it's going to take a little bit of the onion away, but that is fine. Right, that's what I'm after. So when you do an onion, don't leave that, even though you take the peel off, you need to go down to a few layers until like you've got a nice sort of shine on it, you see, like that. Right, so I'm going to do them in half. We do need the bowl. Is that hot? No, it's not. That's not hot. Check it, just in case, right? I've had a few beers, but I'm not that pissed. So, I need to show you tonight. We'll leave it there then, alright. So we're going to go for about that, say about 2.5 mil across, say. Not too fine, but not too thick either. I want to try and get as much sliverage as I can. I'm going to whack that in. So as I whack it in, I'm going to break it up. It doesn't, oh fuck's sake, it's gone with salt. Oh, well it's getting salted anyway, so it doesn't matter. Right, don't be too particular. If you're watching this, you're not a chef. You're as crap as cooking as me, mate. So it's just, you've just stumbled across this and gone, what is this fucking shit on here? That's all it is. And all it is a kitchen porter whose job is to wash up, clean stuff, and basically get stuff for the chefs and things like that. Having a go, you know, it's not like, you know, like I've got one of the chefs that have gone, Mr. Mark Chong. He's all right, you know, he's a nice bloke, but he's, you know, he's all right in small doses. And he's like, oh, well done, you can feed yourself. Well, yeah, I mean, I've been living on my own for like 17 years. I could like feed myself anyway. But it's just a case of, you know, it's a case of, how can I put it? The only way I could describe it, right, this is the difference between somebody who can, you know, cook fairly well at home, but is not a chef. So in car terms, right, I would be a Ford Fiesta ST, yeah, and they are a Ford Focus RS. There you go. So, yeah, but they just, you know, they do this every day. It's a different thing. So, we've done the white onion. I'm going to do a red onion. Now, this might be controversial. It might not work. I think it will if we're careful. If we start watching what we're doing and not be like a knobhead, I think it'll be okay. So we're going to have a go. I don't want to be doing too much because I only want to produce on the plate about 3 barges anyway, because that'll be enough. But I'll probably do, I'm trying to go for about 5 and have a couple in reserve just in case, because you never know. You know, don't forget when I do these videos, I've only got 1 take to do them. I've got no editing equipment, it's only my phone. Do you know what I mean? So don't take the piss. I'm doing my best. You know? I don't need egg. I've got egg from my cat who's on my bed. Minster. Minnie. Exactly, she's on the bed being a minster. Her name's Minnie. She's very tiny. And she doesn't know what she's doing. Same as the owner. Exactly the same. Right, let's cut these red onions up. So, same deal. I'm doing the same thickness. Oh, cock. Alright, it's alright. You're alright. You're alright. Right, back up. It's alright. You're fine. Crash. I don't want to put that monster in. Right, I've got to be... Oh, fuck this up tonight. It's alright. I'm whacking it in. It's alright. We're fine. I've just got a little slippery membrane on this one. Oh, it's fucked. Cock. Right, hang on. I don't know what to do because I'm having a fucking... Right. He's bringing out the scissors. He's having an emergency breakdown because his non-chef mind does not know what to do. Please do not slice my own fingers off. Right, if this happens, don't do this at home. Right, I'm going fuck it zone now. Right, I'm going, that'll do. Right, fine, whatever. Right, we're doing, oh. I know I shouldn't be doing this, and it looks ridiculous, and it looks very, a very certain chef on YouTube whose her name will be withheld from this channel. But fuck it, if he gets it done right, it don't matter. Look, I'm the one that's eating it, and not you. Right, that's how I look at it. Right, a little bit of a budget situation. Let's hope the next one doesn't go the same. I fear it might. I think it's under pressure. The red onion is under, yeah. The red onion is feeling the pain, mate. Right, anyway, after that little debacle, we're gonna call that red onion gate. That's what that's called. So there we go. That's called the red onion files. Right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. Right. I'm not going to use that onion. I'm not going to leave that. Right. I've got some bell pepper here. Now, it said to use green chilli, but I'm going to go for green bell pepper. I have got some green chilli. I've got this out if I want to use it, right? So I've got the option, and do I want to use that one? Don't know. Do I want to use that one? Who knows? Do I want to use that one? Well, fuck me, I don't know. You know, kiss my knickers and call me grandma. I've got no idea. Don't remember. I have a rough idea of what I'm doing. The overall finished product, we'll see. So, let's have a look. What am I doing? Right, what I'm doing now is I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut the crap off now. Get rid of that. And I'm just going to cut it into very fine strips, and then halve them strips again. He says fine. Fine after a few beers is slightly different than chef fine. So then halve them again and half. So I'm going to quarter them the whole lot. So just, you know, sort of like that. I don't know. Whatever. And in they go. And they're literally just for a bit of colour. So same with that one. Let's cut the shit off there at the end. So let's trim that up. I'm trimming up a pepper. And cut that there like that. I mean, there's probably even a certain specific fucking direction you're supposed to cut these. I mean, there probably are, but like us all just average Joe. Oh, fucking hell, it's 6:30 PM. I've just gone to work. I'm going to knock up a fucking shepherd's pie. Like, it's going to be shocking. Like, I remember once when I was at another, I worked at another place, doing the same sort of job, and I had a split shift one day. I hate split shifts, they're fucking pain in the arse. And I went, but at the time I got home, I thought, I know, I'll impress them. And these chefs are like actual proper chefs. And I thought, on my break, I could knock up a shepherd's pie, take it back to them and think it'd impress them. Well, it fucking didn't. One of them said, well, it's got flavour. That's all I need to say. So, there you go. Right, so what are we doing? That's in. Let's whack that over there. Right, let's whack in the parsley that I'm going to put in. So we've already got a bit of greenage in there, remember, so I don't want to put too much in. So I'm just going to, in a little bowl, and just finely cut that in. So, I mean, I don't know if fresh parsley is going to hinder the cooking process or not, because it has obviously got liquid in it. But then so is the onion, so it's actually probably bollocks, isn't it, really, to be honest with you. Right, let's not talk bollocks. Right, now I'm going to whack in a bit of red pepper. It's not a groovy pepper. Now, I could put in some more hardcore peppers, like this one here, and this one here. But I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to finely cut this up like that, little shards, you know, little strumpets of joy. There we go. I think that'd be nice. I think that'd be different, so I'm going to put the whole lot in. Fuck it, we'll do that. I think that'd be nice. We don't know, do we? who knows? Will it be nice? Will it won't be nice? My old man's a dustman. What does your old man do? Who knows? Right. Here we go. So that's the raw ingredients in. So we've got white onion, red onion, coriander, green bell pepper and red. It's a mild chilli, it's not ridiculous, it's mainly for colour, right? So, ginger paste. Oh, let me just have a wipe down. It's a pink cloth, so I'm not revealing anything. Oh, where's your father? Oh, fuck me. No, it's just a pink cloth. Don't look into anything else than that, because it's not, obviously. No. Right, green chilli, ginger paste. There's no garlic paste going in this, it's just ginger paste. So we want a teaspoon of that. Away. Yeah, I had a little new starter, new kitchen porter starter where I work, very, very young. Hilarious actually. Yeah, quite funny. He remembers everything, but I literally said to him, if he was there on his own, he would literally be completely wiped out. It'd be hilarious. So, but luckily for him, he wasn't. I was on shift, so he got his arse saved. Right, we're going to put in a teaspoon of coriander powder. Alright, in that goes. That goes in there like a rat up a drain pipe. Right, we've got some cumin powder. You want a teaspoon of that. In that goes. A little bit more. There we are. Right, that's in. Next, some chilli flakes. Alright. So we want a teaspoon of chilli flakes in. Very. Right. Okay, next. I want some corn flour in here. I'm going to put about I'm going to put about 2 teaspoons of corn flour. And I'm going to put in about 1/4 teaspoon of bicarb, actually we'll say a teaspoon of bicarb soda. That's what's gone in there. That's the groovy side, I suppose. Who knows? Who knows? Who cares? Right. Now, you're supposed to put green methy in here, or fenugreek. Now, I've only got fenugreek seeds, so I'm not going to just whack them in there, because they'll be all lumpy, because they're seeds. So I'm going to have to blitz them. And I've got no choice. We are blitzing away. So there's the fenugreek seeds. I'm going to go slightly over, just to compensate for any, just to compensate for anything really, who knows. I'm not saying I need compensate for anything, on any size of any situation, I'm fine. Right, on that goes. Right, hang on. We need to switch all this on. And there we go. So we've got just over a teaspoon of fenugreek now, powder. So I haven't got the methy leaves. That needs to go in the wash. We're using that later because we've got almonds that are going in the korma. I've only got actual almonds, as you can see by the almond happy jar. Woo! So there. Oh God, he's mad. Right, now, next. The gram flour. The chickpea flour. Right. I've got a teaspoon. I'm going to whack in 1, 2, 3 teaspoons. I mean tablespoons. Sorry, not teaspoons. Tablespoons of that. Right, now we need to put in a teaspoon of salt. That goes in. Now, and here we go. We're just going to mix this up and get this all covered, which it's doing. So you don't want it, you just want that powder to cover the mixture. Oh, I've got an escapee somewhere. So let's get it nice and mixed up. Right, so just like that. Alright. So you've just dusted basically them all entire ingredients in the contents that we've just put in. So if you was watching and paying attention, you know exactly what I've just done. And if you just skipped and gone, oh, do you know what, I can't be fucking arsed because, you know, oh, he said the odd swear word, or oh, fucking hell, like, he's slightly a bit unorthodox. Well, fuck off. Like, if you don't like it, that's just life, isn't it? I'm saying it as I am. So, now, we're going to do, oh shit, massive disaster now. Right, let's put the chickpea flour away to where that lives, which is right up at the top now. Okay, now we need to add a little bit of water to this. Now, don't go ridiculous. Don't ever add too much. Here we go. Let's be careful and just say, stop. I'm going to do that with just this hand. Let's get it all coated. So we're looking for like a little batter. Alright. So I've got a little bit of a squelch going on. Just a little bit. Hear that? Yeah, that's the batter and the liquid. That's what you're looking for. And there we go. And that is the onion bhaji mix done. Okay? So we're going to leave that now and let all them flavours and whatever I put in there infusing with each other. And the longer you leave this sort of mix, like anything, right? Oh, I mean, a lot of the things is, you know, the longer you leave it, the better it's going to be, right? It's like stews, typical stews, right? And I've done like beef stews and whatever, or whatever it is. After 2-3 days later, especially with dumplings, even better. Even better, mate. So, there we go. Right, let's get some cling film. Well, actually, I don't need cling film. We're just going to whack a towel over this. And I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to leave that there. And let that do its thing. That can go there. The coriander that I have peeled individually and taken the fucking leaves off, the stalks off. I'll put that in the fridge for a minute. Not for a minute, because obviously, you know, I've got other parts of this amazing dinner that is to come. Right, so that's the onion bhaji mix done. In part 2, we're gonna be doing the rice, actually. I think the rice is going to be, and probably at the same time, we're going to be starting to do the korma as well. Alright? So that'll be in part 3. So, anyway, like and subscribe, leave a comment, even if you don't like it. At least it's something. Us lonely levels of subscribers down here in 2 digits. It's because it is nice to watch people who have got really low subscribers, because it's just alright. I do as well. It's like something different and it's funny. But yeah, but that's part 2 done. I'll see you in part 3, and be good.